Hey everyone, this is Mike Howerton with the Area 51 team, and we are back in the cockpit of my car here at Chicagoland. And several of the NASCAR series are at Chicagoland this week. And so we're going to do one of the videos where we hop in the car and take a look at the driving line and the best line or lines to run here in Chicago. So if you like the videos, you like the content that we've been putting up, just like to ask that you would hit the like button down there, and also subscribe to the channel so you'll get updates of all the new videos and great content that we're going to be putting out. For all of you who are new to iRacing and are getting started in the Oval Series, and we'd be glad to have you. And like I said, just hit that like button and subscribe down below. So let's get on with the video. We're in the car, and let's head out on the track. There's really one main line here, and this is a typical mile-and-a-half oval track. A lot of the mile-and-a-half ovals are pretty similar. There's only really one good way to run 1 and 2 to be fast on the long run here, and 3 and 4. A lot of times you take the same as 1 and 2, but you can also hug and roll the bottom as well, especially if you're trying to pass someone and they're up above. So as we come around, we're going to do something here we call wrapping the turn, or a late apex. And wrapping the turn is you start high, fade down, and you have a very late apex. And here you go, and you let off the gas, you lift, we fade down, have a late apex, and pop right out on the track here. This set's a little loose to start off with, and we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to lift and let it roll down, get back on the throttle gradually, and then we'll come back out on the straight. And we're just going to turn a few laps here. It's a very simple, typical mile-and-a-half track. Come high, let off, let the car roll down, gradually get back into the throttle ever so slightly, and we're back out on the straight stretch. Now you'll see a lot of guys here on the front stretch. Let's take this turn, same thing. We let out there about the light pole. Very easily get back into the throttle here, and we're right back out. And a lot of guys will come down the apron here. That's okay. If you don't come down the apron, just be careful and watch out for guys that do shooting back up and dooring your car. And get back in the throttle ever so slightly, and we're gonna roll right back out of the throttle onto the straight. Now, 3 and 4 you can take a different way, especially wanting to pass someone. You can come down early and get down early and just hug the bottom, and we call it rolling the bottom, and you can roll the bottom around 3 and 4 as well. It's a very good line to take, like I said, if you're trying to pass someone.
31.585.
And now when I say that, I'm not suggesting that you dive bomb someone and stick your nose in where it doesn't belong. But if you pop out here on the out of turn 2 and you're running side by side with someone, or you get a run on them and you actually have a good part of your car in on them here, that's when you want to come down and roll the bottom. One thing to look out for is when you're driving the proper line here, especially on 1 and 2, when you go up high and you lift and you do that late apex, just be careful for guys over driving and just shoving it in there on you down below you. Be real careful of that. I know a lot of times that you can get taken out by that kind of stuff. Just know you're driving the proper line, and they're just throwing it in there over driving and burning their tires up. So if you see anybody doing that, especially early in the race, just lift and let them by. The best place to do that is going into the turn. So if somebody's doing that to you and you come around, just lift early right here, and just lift early, let them by, and then get on the gas behind them. And that's a really quick way to not lose much time and let somebody by. And so that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. Like I said, Chicagoland's super simple. It's a mile-and-a-half. We're just going to start high and do the regular late apex, wrapping the turn, pretty much on both sides. And if you got your car in on someone in the straight stretch before the turn, you can always go down and wrap the bottom on 1 and 3. Or not 1 and 3. I mean 3 and 4. You can get down and wrap the bottom on 3 and 4. And that pretty much does it for this video. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll do one more lap. I just want to mention on this last lap that lift early. I mean, you want to lift out early like back here, and then just let the car roll down. And then you get into the throttle when the car starts to turn down the track. Lift early. Don't be afraid to lift a little early. You'll save a ton of tire on the long run. You don't want to be that guy that's shoving it in there, running like super fast laps to begin with, and then burn your tires up, 15 laps in. This is a pretty large track, and being 1.5 miles, these races may go, they may go green like the whole way. If you get a good race, or there may only be like 1 or 2 cautions. So you don't want to be throwing it in there and burning your tires completely up on the short run and not have anything for the long run. And anyway, that's going to pretty much conclude this video. And like I've said in previous videos, I'll continue to say, a lot of the really good setup services, the monthly subscription services, like VRS and Major's Garage, they include these types of videos in their service. But some of the other setup shops that just sell the weekly setups for one particular series you may buy for, they don't really include these kind of videos to help show you the line you're supposed to be driving and a few pointers for each track. So that's really the reason that I started doing these videos, especially because a lot of drivers, this may be their very first time at each track each week. So this is Chicagoland. Again, this is Mike Howerton with the Area 51 team. And like I said, if you enjoy the video, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, and we will have plenty of more videos with this kind of content, a lot of driver development, trying to help guys as they start out in iRacing. We're going to try to make the races better and cleaner and just have all around better races here in iRacing. So glad to have you, and we'll see you in the next video.